Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Ivy English. I'm Bruce.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today and tomorrow, the 23rd and 24th of this first month of 2020, we'll be talking about something you may have heard about, but we have a lot of details so that you can understand more about this, the plant that eats meat.
好，我们的英文标题是食肉的植物，但是我们的中文标题呢，各位就更了解了我们在讲什么呢？我们中文标题是猪笼草的壶中滋味，那个壶是像水壶一样那个壶，因为猪笼草它的外形有一部分就像水壶，一个茶壶一样。Yeah.
Pitcher plants, they're my favorite. Do you know at the market where they sell plants, the pitcher plants are always sold inside glass boxes because they don't want it to like eat up all the...They don't want to get too full at the market, I think.
所以这个 Angela 老师她很喜欢猪笼草啊。那她说在这个商场上面在卖的时候呢，通常猪笼草都会放在一个玻璃罩里面啊，因为他不希望这个猪笼草呢，吃太多的东西，吃太饱，到时候那个主人回家要喂它吃好吃的，他吃不下了。
I guess. I mean, I don't know, but they're always in covered containers.
所以大概是，也许是这个原因啦。当然是 Angela 说她是猜的。
Maybe so they don't attract a lot of insects like mosquitoes, flies, and so on.
I don't know.
What's wrong with that?
For the convenience of the shoppers who wants to be around a place where there are a lot of flying insects, some of which may bite or sting you.
Okay.
I have no idea. I don't know enough about how pitcher plants work, but I just think they're a hilarious thing. Like some plant one day woke up and is like, I'm not getting enough protein. So look at all this protein flying around. How am I going to get some of that? That is what a plant decided to do. And now we have plants that eat protein.
Yeah.
Insects.
所以这个猪笼草他们吃这个昆虫啊什么的，哈，主要是希望能够得到它里面的养分，尤其是蛋白质。好，所以 Angela 说不知道猪笼草怎么样发展出来的啊？他们也许有一天就他们祖先啊，早上醒来发现，哎呦肚子好饿哦，又吃不到东西，突然发现哇，天上好多的蛋白质让你飞来飞去，所以决定想个办法来把这些蛋白质诱捕来吃。
Yeah. Anyways, so let's start. Did you read the article yet?
Nope, I'm about to.
Please do.
May I?
Yes.
May I? Thank you. And remember, this is just part one. Tomorrow will be the second half of this article. And there's a picture here or drawing of a pitcher plant, the parts of a pitcher plant here on page 65 for you.
That's pleasingly alliterative. The parts of a pitcher plant.
Oh, yes. A plant that eats spiders, insects such as ants, beetles, and butterflies, and even rats and small birds almost sounds like the plot from a weird science fiction film. In fact, the movie The Little Shop of Horrors used the unusual idea of a man-eating plant named Audrey to delight audiences. Of course, humans do not actually need to worry about being devoured by plants outside the movies. However, meat-eating vegetation really does exist, particularly in tropical areas. Known by their scientific name, Nepenthes, or more informally as tropical pitcher plants, they are found in places from South China and Southeast Asia to Madagascar, India, and Australia. In many ways, tropical pitcher plants are a marvel of evolution, the perfect trap. Typically, they are able to thrive in places where the habitat provides little nutrition, including sandy and volcanic regions. Tropical pitcher plants can survive in those areas because they get nourishment from their prey. Digestive glands allow the vegetation to feed on the nutrients supplied by insects and other small creatures that accidentally slip into the plant's large pitcher. The prey may be attracted to the plant's nectar, scent, or vivid color. The lip, which surrounds the mouth of the plant, is slippery, especially in wet weather, making it easy for creatures to fall into the cup. Once inside, the prey is surrounded by liquid, and it is extremely difficult for it to escape from the trap due to the nature of the watery substance and the waxy texture of the plant walls. All of this allows these unique plants to benefit from nutritious meals that other vegetation has no way of enjoying.
So, here we have a plant that eats spiders, insects such as ants, beetles, and butterflies, and even rats we've found recently, and also small birds. And this idea sounds like the plot from a weird science fiction film. Science fiction is 科幻, right, in Chinese?
科幻. Yeah.
科幻. And it's usually when people try to imagine unusual things or things that don't happen on our planet. But in this case, it does.
所以这个地方呢，我们讲到他说植物，一种植物 a plant that 这个植物怎么样 eats 它会吃 spiders 蜘蛛 insects 昆虫什么样的昆虫呢 such as 例如 ants 蚂蚁 beetles 甲虫还有 butterflies 蝴蝶好，所以它会吃蜘蛛，它会吃像蚂蚁甲虫蝴蝶这样的昆虫，那甚至于它会吃这个 rats 老鼠，还有 small birds 小的鸟小型的鸟类，这样的一个植物呢 almost sounds like 这是我们这个句子的主要动词，听起来几乎好像是 the plot from 什么什么，就是来自于哪里出自于哪里的情节。好，所以这个正界会吃这些昆虫的一个植物，听起来几乎就好像是一个来自于哪里的情节呢？来自于一个 weird 就是很古怪的 science fiction film 科幻片，所以好像是出自于一个很奇怪的一个科幻片里面的情节换句话说，这是让我们觉得很难想象的。
In fact, the movie The Little Shop of Horrors used the unusual idea of a man-eating plant named Audrey to delight audiences. So this was, I would call it a musical, but in a sense it was also science fiction where someone developed a man-eating plant, one of these huge plants that could actually devour people. And it was a really fun movie, so it delighted audiences.
所以这个地方讲到 in fact 事实上呢 the movie 然后后面讲 The Little Shop of Horrors 那这个是同位格，这个电影什么电影呢？就是后面这 The Little Shop of Horrors 中文翻成异形奇花，奇怪的花。那这部电影呢 used 它使用了 the unusual idea of something 就是一个不寻常的点子，什么点子呢？ The unusual idea of a man-eating plant 一个会吃人的食物 named Audrey 它的名字，这个植物还有一个名字叫做 Audrey， 它用这样的一个 idea 干嘛呢？ To delight audiences 来取悦 audiences 它加了 s 表示是不同群的观众，也就是很多不同的观众，不同群的观众。 audience 这个概念基本上单数就是指一群 audience， 所以 audiences 不是说很多个观众，而是说很多不同群的观众。好，那 delight 就是 to give great pleasure to 或者是这个让人家觉得非常 enjoy 那种感觉。
Of course, humans do not actually need to worry about being devoured or eaten by plants outside the movies.
当然，人类 do not actually 就是不是真正的 need to 需要 worry about 担心，人们不是真的需要担心，人类humans 不是真的需要担心 being devoured 就是 to eat up 吞噬所以人类不是真的需要担心被吞噬，被什么吞噬呢？ By plants 被植物来吞噬至少怎么样 outside the movies 在电影之外不必担心被植物吞噬所以各位注意到这个 outside 在这里就是指在什么什么之外的意思，不是说在外面，而是在什么之外。
However, meat-eating vegetation really does exist, particularly in tropical areas. So vegetation here simply means plants. And yes, there are plants that do eat not people, but very small animals.
但是呢 meat-eating vegetation meat eating 就是会吃肉的，那 vegetation 指的就是植物所以会吃肉的植物 really does exist 真的是存在的。好，那 vegetation 它是一个 这个总称啦，草木的总称，所以它是单数名词。虽然它指的不会是只有单单的一棵植物，但它是单数名词，它是总称，所以会吃肉的这种植物真的是存在的。这个 does 是加强语气，那尤其是 particularly， 尤其是 in tropical areas， 尤其在热带地区，真的是有这种植物的。
Known by their scientific name Nepenthes, or more informally as tropical pitcher plants, they are found in places from South China and Southeast Asia to Madagascar, India, and Australia. So they're all in this area of the world. And they're called pitcher plants because they look like a pitcher and also they have liquid inside them.
好，那他们之所以这个英文称为 pitcher plants 因为它们看起来就像个 pitcher 是一个水壶，倒水的水壶啊。那而且这种猪笼草它里面真的是有液体存在啊，所以它们叫做 pitcher plants。那我们来看看这个句子，他说前面一开始 known by their 什么什么，这个是个分词构句，被动的分词构句。他们为人所知，就是大家知道的是怎么样 by their scientific name， 由他们的大家都知道啊，他们的学名是这样子。学名是什么呢？好，这个 Nepenthes。这个叫做这个，也就是中文叫做猪笼草属啊，这个种属科目肛门界那个属。好，或者是 more informally 更不正式的，我们不要用这么正式的名称来称它，那我们也可以称它为这个 tropical pitcher plants， 就是猪笼草啊。所以中文都是叫猪笼草啊，猪笼草属、猪笼草。可是英文呢，用它的学名，感觉起来跟它的这个一般人用的这个 tropical pitcher plants 这个正式的程度差很多，学名看起来就很正式，那猪笼草就是比较 informally。 那他们在哪里可以被找到呢？ They are found in， 他们可见于，他们出现在一些地方，从中国南部到东南亚到马达加斯加、印度还有澳洲都可以看到这些植物。
Okay, let's look at our second paragraph. In many ways, tropical pitcher plants are a marvel of evolution, the perfect trap.Tropical pitcher plants are a marvel. They're amazing that evolution could produce a plant that eats animals. And the way they do it, they refer to here as the perfect trap, which means they can't walk around and look for insects. So
Thank goodness.
So they have to have very clever ways to attract.their food.
刚刚这个Bruce 老师说他们没有办法走来走去，他们只能用 trap 用陷阱的形式来捕这个昆虫啊等等的。那这个 Angel 他说 Thank goodness 就是感谢老天啊，他们如果能走来走去的话，那多可怕啊！那个 goodness 就是 good 加个 ness 啊 ，Thank goodness.
Can you imagine if you had like a bunch of these hopping around your house catching mosquitoes? Like on the one hand, nice, but on the other hand.Plants hopping around your house.
Yeah, 所以你可以想象嘛，这个家里面如果有一群这种植物在跑来跑去、跳来跳去啊，在那里吃蚊子啊，这个一方面还不错了，他们把蚊子吃掉了，但另外一方面你恐怕也会觉得蛮恐怖的啊，因为万一没有足够的蚊子给他们吃，他们可能来吃你的手啊。所以这地方他讲 ，in many ways 就是从很多方面来看 ，tropical pitcher plants 这种猪笼草 are a marvel of evolution。他们是进化的一个奇迹 ，marvel 就是一个 wonder 啊，一个奇迹。那各位注意到这个英文这种 be 动词的句子呢，它的主词可以是复数的，然后呢主词复数，那它的补语可以是单数的。像这个地方主词是 tropical pitcher plants are， 那有的人会看到啊，这里有一个 are 的，所以后面那个补语一定要 marvels of evolution 啊，不一定是这样子。我们前面用复数的主词，后面可以讲用单数的 a marvel of evolution， 因为它是一种进化的奇迹，对吧？所以是单数的。所以 be 动词的两边它不一定 number 一定要绝对相对啊，有的时候可以一个是复数，一个是单数。好，那它是为什么是个 marvel of evolution 呢？因为它是 the perfect trap， 它是完美的陷阱。
Typically or usually, they are able to thrive in places where the habitat provides little nutrition. Nutrition is, the stuff that we get out of food to keep us alive. Habitat is the place where you live. So they're able to thrive in these places, not just survive. Survive is like you're not dead, but you're not having a very good life either. But thrive means you're living well. So they're like, dun, 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 this is a great habitat, including sandy and volcanic regions. Sandy soil has less nutrition than other soil, and volcanic soil is a very particular kind of soil that not every plant likes.
好，所以我们可以看到，他说呢，这个typically 就是一般来说啊 ，they are able to 他们可以 thrive 哈，它就是 grow 的意思，尤其是 to grow healthily， 然后 vigorously 啊，就是这个茂盛的成长啊，这个非常健康茂盛的成长。所以他们不只是可以 survive 而已，因为 survive 只是存活下来，他们不是只有存活而已，他们会很茂盛的生长啊，可以很壮大强壮的生长 in places 在一些地方，这些地方怎么样 where the habitat 就是栖息地啊，动物植物的生存环境啊，所以它可以指动物的栖息地，植物的话就是它生存的地方，所以他们可以在一些当他们生存的地方怎么样 provides little nutrition， little 就是几乎没有，当他们的生存环境提供几乎没有什么营养的时候，也就是它的生存环境没有办法给它什么营养的时候，在这些地方它都能够 thrive， 所以它可以说 thrive in places where the habitat provides little nutrition。 那这些所谓的 places where the habitat provides little nutrition 包括什么呢？包括 including 包括 sandy 就是沙质地，那个地质是很多沙，还有呢 volcanic 就是火山的这些区域啊。那火山的土是很多植物所不喜欢的。
Okay, tropical pitcher plants can survive in those areas because they get nourishment from their prey. So our guest today is the tropical pitcher plant. It lives, it survives, and Angela just told us the difference between survive and thrive. Even in sandy and volcanic regions, we can find tropical pitcher plants because they don't depend on the soil. They get their nourishment, they get their nutrients from their prey, the insects and small animals that they catch.
OK, 那这个猪笼草呢，可以 survive， 可以存活在这些区域，因为我们刚刚讲这个 sandy 跟 volcanic regions 其实是很不适合植物生长的，但是呢，他们可以在这个地方可以活下来，是因为怎么样？他们 get nourishment from 这个 nourishment 其实也是营养的意思，好，所以他们取得他们的营养，从哪里取得呢？从他们的 prey， 从他们的猎物那里取得他们的营养啊。prey 就是猎物 ，animal hunted or caught for food.
Digestive glands. So these are things that produce basically liquid that can digest things, acids. I mean, you have the same thing. You have similar things in your stomach. You have a digestive gland. It's called your stomach. And these allow the vegetation to feed on or to get nutrition from the nutrients supplied by insects and other small creatures that accidentally, or according to the plant, accidentally on purpose, slip into the plant's large pitcher.
OK, 那这个 digestive glands 就是消化腺啊。那其实我们的胃就是一种消化腺，那它会产生这个胃酸来消化食物。所以消化腺呢 allow 允许使得这个 vegetation 就是使得这个植物呢 to feed on 让它能够 feed on 就是以什么什么为食啊，它可以以什么为食呢？以这个 the nutrients 就是养分，所以他们可以以什么为食呢？以这种养分为食。那这个养分是怎么样？是 supplied by 这个分词形容词子句 which are supplied by 养分是由谁所提供的呢？有 insects 昆虫，还有 other small creatures 还有一些其他的小的生物所提供的养分。那这个 small creatures 我们再加一个关系代名词子句来修饰这个 small creatures 是什么样的 small creatures 呢？是 small creatures 或者 insects that accidentally 很意外的 slip into 滑进了 the plants 这个植物的 large 就是很大的 pitcher 就是它们的壶的那一部分，所以这些它的猎物啊 insects 还有 other small creatures 它们都是不小心会滑到它的这个壶里面那就会被它消化液消化掉，所以这个植物它就可以的 feeds on 这样的 nutritions 由这些动物由这些被吃掉的昆虫来 supply 的这些 nutritions 或者 nutrients 养分。
Okay, Angela just mentioned accidentally on purpose, and the next sentence gives us a better idea of what she meant by that. The prey may be attracted to the plant's nectar, scent, or vivid color. In other words, the pitcher plant has evolved to attract small creatures. Using its nectar will be its sweet juice that we find in flowers, for example. The scent, it may have a nice scent, at least as far as insects are concerned, or small birds, or even rats, or vivid color. We know that flowers attract bees and other insects simply because of their brilliant colors. And different pitcher plants may use one or more of these tactics to attract their prey.
好，那这个刚刚 Angela 老师其实用了一个很妙的一个英文，他说 accidentally on purpose。on purpose 是故意的，可是 accidentally 是不小心的。啊，那为什么怎么样的情况叫做不小心的故意或者故意的不小心呢？那其实就是告诉你在底下这个地方讲了，因为这些猪笼草呢，他们会怎么样？会吸引他们的猎物，所以这一句话他讲说 the prey 就是这个猎物呢 may be attracted to， 它可能是被吸引过去的啊。那所以这个就是 on purpose 就是吸引，把他们这个 on purpose 这部分就是因为他们是被吸引过去的，是这个植物有意把他们吸引过来的。吸引过来之后，你才会 accidentally 的掉进去，你才会不小心的掉进去，意外的掉进去啊。所以他们怎么样被吸引呢？被这个植物的 nectar 就是花蜜，被它的花蜜所吸引，或者是 scent 就是它的香味或者气味，或者是 vivid color 鲜艳的颜色，会被这些东西吸引过去啊。其实我们刚刚在节目开始的时候，节目开始之前呢 ，Angela 老师说，其实有一种猪笼草很厉害，它可以用它这个回音啊，让这个蝙蝠知道说，哎，这个地方可以休息，所以他们会把蝙蝠诱拐进去休息，可是他们不吃蝙蝠，因为蝙蝠他们的粪便呀，他们的粪便可以给这个猪笼草当做他们的食物，所以他们不但用这个回音啊音波把蝙蝠吸引过去，而且他们在猪笼草，因为如果蝙蝠进去掉到那个底部的那个消化液，蝙蝠就死了嘛，所以他们这种猪笼草中间还有一个这个可以让蝙蝠停住的地方，所以蝙蝠等于是在那个水壶那个 pitcher 的中间啊停下来，在那边休息，然后在那边上厕所，然后这个猪笼草就得到他们的需要的东西，那蝙蝠也不会掉下去。
What's interesting about this pitcher plant is it catches like 7 times fewer insects than other pitcher plants of its class.
Oh.
So it's like, well, I'm not so good at catching plants, so maybe if I turn into a dormitory for bats, that will be good.
Yeah.
And so that's what it did, and so it lives on bat poo.
所以呢，这种猪笼草很有趣的地方就是它抓到这个昆虫的机会啊，比其他猪笼草啊，它大概只有其他猪笼草这个1/7的机会能够抓到这个昆虫，也是别的猪笼草可以抓7倍啊，它的7倍的那个昆虫数只。所以呢，显然它不太会抓昆虫，所以怎么办？他就说好，那我不会抓昆虫，那我把蝙蝠吸引来啊，来我这边这个循环利用它们的排泄物，那也不错啊。
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
A normal pitcher plant, the way it works is that the place that it's just like you have lips around your mouth, there's lips around the mouth of the plant, and those lips are slippery, especially when it's raining. So it's very easy for the creatures who have landed there going, wow, this smells really nice. Whoops. And then they fall in. And that's what I meant about accidentally on purpose. They, on purpose, have these insects have an accident where they fall into their stomach.
Yeah, 他们滑下去是个意外啊，可是他们是被故意吸引来这边的。好，所以他说 the lip 啊，就是它的那个猪笼草的唇部，像嘴唇一样那一部分啊，它是围绕着 the mouth of the plant， 就是这个植物的口，围绕着植物的口那一部分，我们称为它的这个唇啊，像嘴唇一样。好，那这个会怎么样？它是非常的 slippery， 很滑啊，尤其是 in wet weather， 尤其是在潮湿的天气里面，它很滑 ，making it easy。让这件事情变得很容易。什么事情很容易呢 ？For creatures to fall into the cup， 让这个生物呢掉落这个杯子，也就那个瓶身啊，让这件事情变得很容易，因为它很滑，一下子就掉进去了。
Once inside, after the insect is trapped inside the pitcher, the prey is surrounded by liquid. Uh-oh, sounds like it's going to drown. and it is extremely difficult for it to escape from the trap due to the nature of the watery substance, the liquid, and the waxy texture. This is that slippery feeling to the inside of the plant walls, the inside of the pitcher.OK，
然后呢 ，once inside， 他们一旦滑进去之后呢，这个 prey 这个猎物就 is surrounded by liquid， 他们就被这个液体所围绕。那因为被液体围绕之后呢 ，it is extremely difficult， 很难。什么事情很难呢 ？For it to escape， 让它能够逃离 ，escape from the trap， 他们就很难从这个陷阱逃离掉。啊，为什么呢 ？Due to 由于 the nature of the watery substance， 因为这个像水一样的物质这种液体啊，他们所环绕他们的这种液体呢，它的性质啊，可能有点黏黏的、滑滑的，所以很难逃掉。好，然后呢，还有的 waxy 像蜡一样的那个 texture， 那个质地，所以是这个 the plant walls 这个植物它的壁、它的内壁的那个质地。看起来像蜡一样，也是一样滑滑的。那因为这些原因，它就很难逃出这个 trap.
So all of this allows these unique, unusual plants to benefit from nutritious meals that other vegetation has no way of enjoying. So like they're the very definition of diversifying. Like, gee, I can't get enough nutrition from my roots. Let's get it from insects. Gee, I can't get enough I can't get enough nutrition from insects. Let's go to bat poo.
Yeah.
Like they're just very creative, these plants.
Yeah. 所以这个刚刚 Angela 老师用到了一个字 diversify 哈 ，D-I-V-E-R-S-I-F-Y 哈 ，diversify 就是多样化，所以每种植物有它个别的得到营养的方法啊，所以我们看到这个地方他说 all of this， 我们刚刚讲这一切 allows 使得这件事情成为可能，使得怎么样？这些 unique 独一无二的植物可能可以怎样呢 ？allows them to benefit from 就是因什么而获益，从哪里来获益呢？nutritious meals 一些营养丰富的餐点，也就让他们能够吃到营养丰富的餐点，让他们能够因此获益。而这些餐点是 other vegetation， 其他的植物呢 has no way of enjoying， 其他植物是无法享用到的这个餐点，那他们可以享用到，因为他们具有我们刚刚讲的那些特性。
Okay, that's it for today, but remember, we continue tomorrow with more information about these unique and fascinating plants.